Hi there, and welcome to Gilles Quest for Riches. Now, in today's episode, we are going to look into how you and I can easily make 100 euros, maybe even more, in the coming month. We are going to do this by profiting from Black Friday. Now, you might think, okay, Gilles, I don't need your help to know that you can buy things cheaper on Black Friday, right? Obviously, that's very true. What I aim to tackle in this video is the few little details and approaches that might make a big difference between actually losing money with Black Friday or saving money with Black Friday. So if you're ready for this, let's go. Let's start with a quick introduction for those who might not know what Black Friday is. It's basically a day in November, end of November, where everything is offered cheaper by retailers. It's both in physical stores as well as online web shops. It happens or it takes place the day after Thanksgiving, which on itself is the fourth Thursday of the month of November. If you have a day after Thursday, then that's usually a Friday, hence the term Black Friday. It's maybe also important to note that Black Friday is definitely stronger and more present in the US than in Europe or other regions, but nonetheless, we have it here as well in Europe, in Brussels. And you can also buy stuff from American web shops that day as well. Then you just have to take into account the hour difference. So if a web shop says it's participating in Black Friday in the US, then you want to know when their offer starts in US time, so East Coast, West Coast, but definitely not Central European time. So how do you profit from Black Friday? Well, your biggest enemy is impulse buying, and that's partly what Black Friday is all about. Like, there's all these items that are now way cheaper than any other moment in the year, so you should buy them now because there won't be another chance like this for at least 365 more days. And I think most people, including myself, definitely buy stuff that they otherwise wouldn't buy, but simply because it's such a good deal today. That's obviously what you want to avoid, because if you go into that road, then you're definitely spending more with Black Friday instead of saving money using Black Friday. So how can we make sure that we don't fall into the pit of impulse buying? Well, it's with preparation. And how do we prepare? Well, the most important thing in the preparation is starting to make a list with products that you need in the coming months. And those can be products, obviously, for the Christmas period. So gifts you need to buy for your family, your friends, or your partner, or even yourself. In my family, sometimes the grandparents say, okay, here's a budget, buy a gift for yourself and then put it under the Christmas tree. For all of these occasions, you will need something. You will need a product, a gift, but also stuff that needs to be repaired or replaced in your house. All of these things, you start adding them to a list and you review the list from time to time, because you might want to buy something today, but then a few weeks from now you're thinking, okay, maybe I don't want it that badly, or I don't need it that badly. Yeah, that's an important strategy or trick against impulse buying. It works perfectly also without the context of Black Friday. If you see something that's maybe a bit expensive but you really want it, think of it. Don't just buy it immediately, but write it down. And if you're not that interested in it anymore the next week, then maybe it's better not to buy it. And it's definitely a good thing that you didn't buy it immediately in the moment. So that's the list with products. And then the second thing you need to know is in which shops or websites will I be able to buy these products with a discount for Black Friday, because not everybody participates in Black Friday. In the States it's very popular, but here in Europe a little bit less. Usually electronic stores, everything that has to do with fashion retail, but also toy stores, appliances, and definitely web shops, they participate in Black Friday deals. You check a bit these websites, these stores, and you see how they match with the products you have on your list. Then the next thing you do in your preparation is maybe create an account on some of these web shops, at least on the web shops on which you're most likely to buy something. Why is that? Well, usually the most cherished products with the best deals are sold out very fast. So you want to be able to immediately, when the clock hits, okay, opening hour for web shops, obviously, you want to be able to make the purchase, go to billing and get it done, and not still have to create the account and validate the account, because you might lose out on the opportunity. Then 1 or 2 days before Black Friday, you also want to check, okay, when is the deal actually going to be active? Will it be in the morning when a shop opens? That's the easiest one, but what are the opening hours? Are the opening hours going to be different because it's Black Friday than the usual Friday opening hours? And for web shops, it's usually going to be midnight, but then midnight in which time zone? That's something you want to figure out as well. If it's an American website, then it's probably a time zone in America, East Coast, West Coast, I don't know, but definitely not Central European time. And make sure that you put those timings in your agenda. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I would not wake up in the middle of the night specifically to buy something a little bit cheaper on an American website. In the past, I've usually only done my Black Friday shopping either during my lunch break or after work. This year I'm going to try to be right on top of it and either do it at midnight already or wake up a little bit earlier and do my purchases before my working day. Apart from giving you the time to make up that list of products and reevaluate, there's a second reason why I'm putting this video live now, well ahead of Black Friday, and that is because you also want to put some money aside to have available by the time you need it to make the purchases. Some people live quite narrowly on their paycheck, so that means that already today you might want to lower a bit your spending on certain things so that you can get more value out of that same money later in the month November. And together with the idea of checking out at which timings the deals are active, also put it in your agenda. Make sure that there's this time slot here. This is the moment where I will be making my purchases so that you don't forget. Now, apart from the preparation, there's also the execution. What is key here is you have your list ready and you stick to your list. You just go item by item, tack, tack, tack. You don't get diverted into other items that might seem very interesting or have a very big reduction. You stick to your list because honestly, if you had a whole month to think about which products you want or need to buy and you didn't think of a certain product, then you probably don't need it that badly anyway. And it can definitely wait until next year's Black Friday if it would still be that relevant. So, having the list ready, then secondly, for the more expensive products, you might want to have a price comparing website. There's always some websites, but they're very often different region by region. So especially when you order online, you want to have a price comparison website. And they can be product specific as well. So depending on what you want to buy, if it's a smartphone, then you want to have a smartphone price comparison website. Why is that? Because all platforms have different prices, and then specifically on that day they also have different promos, so it's best to be able to quickly make the comparison. For less expensive products, the difference will just be a few euros, so maybe not worthwhile, but for more expensive products it can really easily be 20 euros, maybe even 50 euros. But the main thing with execution is stick to your list. That's the only way how you're going to save money with Black Friday instead of lose money with it. And then let's wrap up with some extra pieces of information. So first off, Black Friday in 2021 will be the 26th of November. And usually we're talking about Black Friday, but the deals usually extend into the weekend, so you also can buy stuff cheaper on Saturday and Sunday. And even then, after that, on Monday, there's something called Cyber Monday, where web shops specifically give price reductions. It's a bit weird because usually web shops are already giving those reductions on Black Friday, but Cyber Monday is specifically for this as well. Something you also want to be aware of is that there are some stores that actually raise their prices the week before Black Friday just to be able to come with a bigger promotion. That is to say, if you reduce your price by 50 euros after increasing it with 20 euros, your actual actual promotion is only 30 euros, but it's a bigger number, it attracts more people. One of the web shops that got media attention about this recently, or at least in the last few years, was Coolblue. So that's why the price comparison tool is definitely important, because yeah, they might be doing minus 50%, but they just increase their prices. So you want to know who is the cheapest. And many people ask themselves, okay, where does the name Black Friday come from? Well, first off, it's a Friday, so that's where the Friday part comes from. But that's probably not what the people are most puzzled about. There's actually no consensus about where the name actually comes from, but there's a few theories or backstories. The very first time the word Black Friday was used was actually in the gold panic, but that's in 1869. That was a result of a conspiracy of two investors that were manipulating the gold price, which resulted in a complete drop of the value of gold. Then the next time we hear about Black Friday is actually in 1951, and then it was used to refer to the amount of workers that are actually calling in sick the day after Thanksgiving, Thursday, which in the States is a day off. And yeah, many people were calling in sick on Friday, either because they ate too much during Thanksgiving or because they just want to have the long weekend into Saturday, Sunday. So that was 1951. Then in 1961 in Philadelphia, we hear about Black Friday for the first time, and that was the police department actually who used the term to refer to the very crowded shopping streets, so traffic of pedestrians and cars. And then in 1981, there was also the theory that the term Black Friday comes from the fact that many retailers only as of that day start making up the profits for the year. So up until end of November, all the revenue they generated was to cover the costs of a specific accounting year, and then as of Black Friday, they start making the revenue that will result in their profits. But why do we call it Black Friday then? Well, in American accounting, your numbers when they're negative are in red, and then once you are positive, they're in black. So going in the black refers to going positive, making profits instead of losses. So that's it for this episode. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I definitely hope you will use this information to save yourself a few €100 in the coming month. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.